Hi everybody, it's Jane Celia Hatch, Bethesda Star. It's Halloween night, Samhain, a full moon, and I'm in my house in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I wanted to show you my altar that I made for the Day of the Dead, also called All Saints Day. And this is a traditional holiday in Mexico. It's honoring the life of those who have gone before us, who have passed on, our ancestors, anyone we loved, pets. And it's really honoring their life. And it's also on this night where the veil between the worlds is so thin, actually inviting them back into your life, at least for this one night. And so this is a memorial to my beloved dog, Saphira. It's been about 1.5 years. And that's her old bowl, and I put in sausage that I just cooked. And those are her ashes. And I have all my pictures of her are digital. I haven't had any printed, but she did look like a wolf. So I put that wolf picture there. And you traditionally put out foods and drink that the deceased, the beloved, loved in life, because you're inviting them back, so you need to show them, you need to invite them with items that they loved. And here's 3 candles, because I'm really honoring 3 beings that have passed on: my mother, my father, and my dog. And I have a lot of incense. I have lavender, St. John's wort, mugwort. I think I have, that's a whole thing of Osha with a Christian cross. Both my parents in their own way were very spiritual. My mother was sort of a goddess, nature woman, and my father was a Christian Scientist, and then he got into Joel Goldsmith. And this is the altar to my mother, Polly. On the top you could see a gold watch that was hers. This was an old-fashioned Polaroid camera that she loved. She just absolutely loved taking pictures. And for some reason I can't find a picture of her, so I took a 10 of Pentacles. It's sort of an earth goddess with these little gerbil beings, and she just loved little animals like the Beatrix Potter. And she was always sending postcards to me and my daughters of the little animals. And so, and she was sort of a Persephone. She loved the earth and spring, and she was into fairies. And this is from the Mystic Fairy Tarot. And so she just loved little things like this bunny with a crystal ball. I knew she would like that. This is another little bunny thing with a, I think it's just a glass ball. And then I have lavender here. Right before she passed away, I gave her lavender. And I know she loved it. I think it actually helped her pass. And she loved candy and cake. So she has plenty of it because Halloween was canceled here. And this is my father. He lived in Brewster, Mass. right before he passed. And I put shells because he grew up on the beach, near the beach, Popham Beach. And he loved tea. He loved tea. And he was very English. And that's an English teacup. And he loved tea and cookies. So I have cookies. And one happy memory I have with him was in Popham. We would go out looking for sweetgrass. So I found a piece of sweetgrass. And this is his mother. Look, she looks like from another Victorian century. She was sort of a high society lady in Bath. She was an opera singer. I made these pumpkins tonight. which I love. Pumpkins were originally, the ambition behind it in the pagan days was to scare away the evil spirits. I think it actually probably worked. It's outside my window. So I'm actually going to invite them in. I was just looking for my rattle. There it is. The veil between the worlds is thin tonight, so be both careful and joyful that you can connect with your ancestors tonight. But you want to be even-keeled and clear, because there's all kinds of spirits out there, and you only want to invite in those that will uplift you and give you joy. I have lavender, St. John's wort, mugwort here. Got 3 candles for the 3 beings I'm honoring. I have quite a bit for my mother. I was a lot closer to my mother. I just seem to be able to grab things. That is my grandmother. I honor her too. I didn't really know her. So I was calling them in, and now this is a Mexican tradition of the, this is calendula, but, which is the same as the carnation the Mexicans use. I'm putting it down on the ground. It's a path to show them into the house. Can't really see it, but there's a path of flowers. So there's the moon. Happy Halloween. It's the turning of the season. It's actually a really beautiful, beautiful holiday. I know some people have misused the energy, but it is the turning of the wheel of the earth. And we're going from the harvest to the stillness, to bear energy, the hibernation, going within, contemplation of what we've accomplished over the years. And it was a joyful time, and it still is. I'm a little sorry Halloween kind of got canceled in Santa Fe, but you really can't cancel the turning of the earth and the changing of the season. And that's what Halloween is, Samhain. That's what it was for the ancients. It was a time of honoring the crossroads and the passages of time. And it was a way to connect with humanity and with the earth. And it is a sacred time. I miss the joy of the children. But again, no one can shut down the changing of time and the going in. So we are going into hibernation. On some level. I realize there's a lot going on the earth right now. But this is bear medicine that comes into being after we pass Halloween. It's a full moon. It's an absolutely beautiful night in Santa Fe. So I encourage anybody who feels inclined to do their own altar. Imagine if you were a spirit and you saw your ancestors, your great-grandchildren, your grandchildren, putting together an altar that honored your memory, you would come closer. This is Bethesda Star, Jane Celia Hatch, Targeted Shaman. And this is my Day of the Dead altar for my beloved dog, Saphira. Those are her remains right there. And I know she loves sausage, and that's her old bowl. And my mother. And my father. And that's my grandmother. And this is my father's tea and cookies. So lots of love to everyone. Blessings on this high holiday.